Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So guys, you can already just tell by the title what we're gonna talk about. So yeah, this is gonna be a little story time of how these bridesmaids, almost ruined my wedding basically. And it's one of those things that like people tell me, like when you actually have a wedding, you're planning the wedding, that's when you really see who your real friends are. And these girls, I knew them for like 4 or 5 years. And honestly, I never thought that they would have been the one to really try it. And I can't even say it was three individual, it was more two individual that got the third person caught up in their nonsense, and they ended up letting her get the fall. Like, yeah. So basically, these individuals that you can, okay, if you just look at the picture right here, you'll be able to see who is actually there for me in the picture and who isn't. Like, it's just obvious. Like, this picture was taken before everything happened. And you can just tell, like, oh, tell who's separated from the group and who's not. Unfortunately, it is what it is. And, out of all my bridesmaids, like, those are literally the only three that I don't talk to. Unfortunately, and it's not like, I chose not to just talk to them, but it's like, one of them I spoke to before I went on my honeymoon. And the other two is just like, what exactly you want me to call you and discuss? Like, you guys owe me an apology, but hey, if you're not gonna apologize, what is there to speak to? And I'm not the type of person nowadays, I'm not gonna go looking for your explanation. Like, you're wrong. And if you can't admit you're wrong, it is what it is. I'm not gonna go looking for you and try to find an explanation. I keep it moving. At this point in life, it's like, if you can't woman up, especially since you're older than me, if you can't woman up and do what you have to do, then what's the point? So basically, I already lost my first maid of honor. That's another story for another day. It's ridiculous. She was also my longtime friend, and like, I never thought that she would have did that to me too. So I ended up getting a new maid of honor, which was my god sister. I felt like, I should have just chose her initially because, she's always been there for me since we were kids. She's literally like one of those people that if someone want to fight me, I'm be like, I'm gonna call my god sister because she gonna beat you up. Anywho, yeah. So basically, it all started off with, basically planning and doing all the activities that we have planned. Because my god sister basically had like this awesome agenda planned out that, I didn't even know about any of this, which was a surprise, and I love it. Like, I didn't know any of, the agenda that was going on. All we knew, like, all right, she planned, for example, she planned this brunch for us at this place called, I think it was Crazy About You, something like that. It's in Brickell somewhere. Never been there. It was really nice. But it's like a brunch place, and at a certain time, it cuts off. It's a brunch place. It's not like a place that goes overnight and turns into like dinner or nothing. So I think it's like 3 or 4 or something like that. They stopped serving brunch and they shut down for like, I guess, an hour or whatever. But anywho, she planned our brunch for noon. And, everybody got the invite to come at a specific time at noon. And basically, those 3 individuals, let me just start off with, not even those 3. Those 2 individuals, they were always late. For some reason, they're always late. If you give them like an earlier time, they still come later than everyone, which doesn't make any sense to me. Like, are you doing it on purpose? Like, what? You think you showing up late is something cute? Like, it's not. I feel like it's bluntly disrespectful, especially when there's a time for the reservation and everyone's always on time, but you guys are always late. And then the third individual that got into, started hanging out with them because those 2 realized they were just the only 2 like looking stupid every single time. So they needed a third one so they don't look stupid, because that other individual, she like, we're just gonna call her L. She's always the one on time. Like, I felt like out of all my bridesmaids, she was always the first to take care of something. Like, if I say, hey, the dresses are at this place, go get fitted, everything's free, all you do is pay for the dresses. And if you look at my previous video, like, I was able to get my bridesmaids beautiful dresses for like $150, and you had 4 months to pay $150. Everything was already like you know, set. If they got custom made for them, so they were tailor made. Like you got there, they'll fit you and fix it and whatever. And you have 3 months to pay for $150 for a dress. And Elle she was the first one to went in, put her deposit in. She went and got fitted. Like I was like super proud of her. She was always like on time when it came to everything. Like if I called her for like my wedding shower, she made the backdrop for me. Like she was very hands-on. And the thing I love about her is like she's a single mom and she worked really, really hard. And she always wanted to take care of her kids. Her daughter was in my wedding and she was the one that took me to basically get the little girls' dresses. And she was very hands-on into my wedding and I really appreciated her for that. And she was like someone I would call. And the thing is that the moment she started hanging out with M, that's why I felt like everything just like started falling apart. Because it's like, yo, what are you doing? Like now that you're like, don't carpool with them. You keep doing your thing. If you need help, let me know. But the fact that she just started like hanging out with them, carpooling with them, like she became one of those like always coming late and not on time and behind. And the thing is, I can see in her face that she was frustrated at the fact that she's late because, I'm here to be with my friend. It's her wedding and I'm here for her. Like I feel like she felt like she wasn't there for me because of the fact that she was hanging out with them, and like the fact that she knew them before she knew me, I think she felt like she owed them a loyalty because she's already hanging out with them because they want her to come and they'd be like, Em, come on, let's go, let's do this, da 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 da. And I didn't like the fact that they were doing their own thing when I had like a whole activity for the whole group. And the thing with me about my wedding is I literally went out of my way to make sure it was affordable for everyone. Their hair, literally $100. Hair already included, all that. The dress, like I said, $150. You got like months to pay off $150. And their shoes, I gave them the option. They could wear whatever they want. Their nails, you didn't have to go to the same place. You did whatever you did. The makeup artist, like what, $60? And you didn't have to pay until, the day of. And whenever you had a chance, I'll just, take care of everything. So it's like, I made everything convenient for them and they didn't have to like pitch in for anything else. Like literally that's all they had to cover, and all you had to do was just show up and walk. That's it. Everything else was taken care of. And I didn't like that at all. The fact that I felt like it was a slap in the face because I went out of my way to make sure everyone was good. And on top of that, I was not a bridezilla. I did not snap on anyone, and all my other bridesmaids noticed that because they were upset that these individuals were coming late to everything. And they're like, oh my God, Erin is so calm, blah 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 blah. But what really ticked me off was the day of the wedding. First of all, I gave everybody a time to show up at the hotel. They showed up late. And I didn't like that because initially, the night before the wedding, we were basically decorating the hall. And while we were decorating the hall, they didn't finish decorating. We had to get there at a specific time. Obviously, they got there late. Elle was there on time. M, they were late. They were the ones like, they had all the supplies at their house. And they had to come to the banquet place and bring it and, set everything on the table and help everybody. But they decided to come late. One of the M's decided to do her own hair because she didn't want to pay $100 to get her hair done because she was like, oh, the last person that did my hair cut my hair. And I'm like, well, this woman is a professional. It's Dahlia. This is her Instagram. And she's a professional. She did, 2 of my friends here who were not black, one was Hispanic, one was Indian, and their hair was like long and they were able to get into like a short little bob. And, their hair was protected under there. But she was over here like, oh no, I don't trust nobody to do my hair. So she decided to do her own hair. And everybody went and got their hair done and went in rotation. Once they got their hair done, they come to the banquet hall and they started helping out and whatever. But this M decided, I'm going to do my own hair. And then the other M, she decided to buy a synthetic wig to put in her hair while everybody's hair is nicely laid with, nice human hair. She got a shiny ass synthetic wig to put in her hair because she did not want to pay that $100, which was like months in advance. Like you can't even give an excuse because we work together. I know when you work, like you can afford $100. And if you didn't feel like you can afford any of these things that I'm offering you, you should have never participated in my wedding. And on top of that, I was paid for other girls' stuff. If they felt like they couldn't afford it, I was paid for other girls' stuff. Like when my cousin, she couldn't, get her nails done and she bought clip-ons. I was like, no, girl, I went to the nail store and we went and got our nails done together. I did her nails for her because it's like, I'm going to make sure everyone looks good. I'm not one of those brides that's like, going to try you and put an ugly dress on you. No, everyone's going to look good at my wedding. And it's the fact that they were doing that. I didn't like that. And it's like, why would you do that? So anywho, the day before the wedding, they decided they're going to do their own thing. So one of them finished getting, like while the first M was getting her hair done by herself at home, she was supposed to be the ride for the other one. So instead of calling me and telling me, hey, we don't have a ride, I don't have a ride to get to the church because M was supposed to help me, but she's doing her hair. She never called me. So I'm over here waiting. I'm like, so I will call. I'll be like, hey, what's going on? What's taking you so long? Oh, I'm waiting for her to finish her hair. I'm waiting for her to finish her hair. That's what she keeps telling me. It got to midnight. Elle was at the church. She stayed there just doing, her backdrop and whatever. She stayed there. And I'm like, she's the last one there. And I'm like, I need the other M's to come into rotation and put in whatever was left. Never came. So midnight, 12 o'clock, I was like, girl, do you need a ride? Like, what's going on? And she's like, yeah, she knows she's not done with her hair still, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, all right. So I took my car. Me and my cousin, we took our car. We went to go pick her up and got all the stuff. Elle already gone. Dude already came and locked the church. We got there, church is locked. So we were pissed because all this could have been done if you would have just said, hey, I need a ride. But no, you want to wait on your sister who's doing her own hair when she could have just gotten her hair done. Bam, bam, 30 minutes, she would have been out. But she decided to do all day to do her hair. And then last minute, I'm going to do my nails. Like literally everything was last minute. Literally that same day, that's when she wanted to go pay the $150 for her dress when she had 3 months to go pay for it. The same day is when they wanted to go and get fitted for their dress and they pick up their dress that morning. It's like, yo, what the heck? Like, you had 3 months to do this. You guys chose to do everything last minute. And it was pissing me off. And the whole time, I never snapped. I snapped the day of the wedding when it was time to do their makeup. I don't know what in their mind made them think that they were going to get their makeup done last. And just because you got your makeup done last doesn't mean yours is going to be the freshest. No, biatch. Mine is going to be the freshest. I'm the bride. It's my day. So I don't know what makes you think you're going to get your makeup done after me. So, first of all, they came late to the hotel. That's one. Like, everything was happening at the hotel. The pictures were happening at the hotel. Makeup's going to be done at the hotel. Pictures were going to happen at the hotel. Of course, the limo is coming at a certain time to pick us up at the hotel to take us to the church. So, one, everyone was already here. Like, even my boo, poor Randy. She usually, like, is never there for anything, but that's because she worked a lot. But she was the first one there because she's like, it's Aaron's big day. I'm going to come here on time. Like, I'm not about to piss her off. So, she came in, got there, got her makeup done. Bam. It's going down the line. Everybody's getting their makeup done. Everybody's looking, looking cute and whatever. My brides are getting their makeup done. So, while they're getting their makeup done, we're not ready yet for the photographer to come. So, the photographers basically went to, like, the guys section. And I'm so mad because my husband had the most pictures out of the whole wedding album. Like, he had all the good pictures. And I'm like, dang, that should have been us, like, getting all the cute pictures, getting ready, whatever. But no, we were late because they were late. So when they finally arrived, tell me why one of the ends brought her laptop and she over here doing homework. Like, if you knew you had all this to do, why did you decide to come to the wedding? Why did you decide to put yourself in the wedding? Like, you knew you had homework to do. You should have did your homework the night before and not do your hair that you could have just paid for $100 to get it done 30 minutes, but you decided to do your hair, do your nails, do everything last minute. Now all of a sudden last minute you want to do your homework. And you came and brought your laptop to do homework right when we're about to, like, get ready to leave to go to the church. Look, what the fuck? Anywho, so she's over here doing her homework. So now the chair is empty. So it was the two M's, Elle, my mom, my mother-in-law, and the little girls had to do their makeup. So the little girls, they just had basically just brushed some powder on their face and put some lip gloss. It was very simple for them. My mom, she got hers done. My mother-in-law, she came in, she got her makeup done, and they wanted something very light because they don't really wear makeup or whatever. So now the chair's empty. And I'm over here, like, trying to get the dress theme. One of the little girls needed their hair fixed. So I'm over there trying to, like, help them out, and the chair's empty. So I'm over here like, somebody get on the chair. I'm over here back and forth. And I'm over here looking like, if you think I'm going to get on this damn chair, you lost your fucking mind because I'm getting ready for last. Like, it's obvious. No, chair's empty. So somebody get on the chair. Somebody get on the chair. So at this point, nobody get on the chair. So now, I basically got to cuss their asses out. Yo, one of y'all need to get on this chair because, like, y'all really pissing me off. You know, like y'all has always been late for everything. Now all of a sudden y'all not gonna try to get on this chair. Like you really think that just because y'all getting on this damn chair last, like y'all makeup gonna look the fresh, y'all better get your asses on the chair. Basically, I just went off. And then, you know, my friend Diana came and she just hugged me and like got me on the bed, and she was like, oh no. And then all the other girls were like, yo, Erin hasn't snapped not once. You guys been late the whole time. Y'all just been messing everything up, and she hasn't snapped not once. All y'all could do is just at least get on the chair. This is her day, and she hasn't gotten mad at nobody. And if she mad today, y'all really done pissed her off over the edge because Erin has not snapped not one time. And it was true. I've literally just been taking it and just been calm. It's okay, it's whatever. Because I'm one of those people that's like, I'm gonna just let it go. Like, it's not that serious. You know, if it's not that serious, I'm like, oh, it's not that serious. But now at this point, we're pressed for time. The photographer came in our room 3 times, and I still wasn't ready, and them 3 wasn't ready. So when the makeup artist, you know, Elle decided to just jump on the chair because she realized that I'm pissed off. So she's like, you know, wherever she was doing, she just came and jumped on the chair and got her makeup done. So when the M and the M got on the makeup, shoot, the makeup artist rushed on their ass, and I didn't give a damn, and that's good for their asses. So the other one was over here like, my lash, you know, my contacts, oh, this isn't my eyebrow. Who gives a shit? That's your problem. Because it's like, nah. Like, that's your business, because she's going to rush on your face to make sure she has enough time for me. Because that isn't right. The fact that y'all think they're going to take their time on your makeup and then rush mine at the end. Nah. Their shit got rushed, and they got pushed to the side. And that's good for their ass. So when it came to my makeup, everything got done. So, like, now it's time to get dressed. The photographer came in, and, you know, the girls are getting me ready. So he's finally, like, you know, catching the moment when all this is happening. And you know what I'm saying? Them hoes decided to, let me just stay outside the door. You know, not come into her picture. Like, I'm not going to be taking other pictures. You know, unfortunately, Elle was part of the problem at the moment because she decided to stay with them. So when the pictures were done being taken, she was just like, oh, you know, Erin didn't want me in the picture. Like, she told, you know, my cousin, she was like the peacemaker pony. Erin didn't want me in the picture and blah, blah, blah. And it's not like I didn't want her in the picture. She just decided to stay out there with them. Like, you're more than welcome to come to picture. Yeah, I snapped at you. Get over it. Like, y'all older than me. You know, y'all should be able to handle criticism. And if somebody's upset and you know you're the reason why they're upset, you should be able to handle it. So whatever. She didn't come into the picture. So went in, literally took like, what, 3 poses, and bam, limousine's here. So it's like, damn, we didn't really get to take nothing. I barely got any pictures with me and my mom. Like, my husband got all these nice pictures, and like literally me and my mom only got like a picture of her like putting the veil on my head, and that's really about it. Like, and then I have like maybe one more picture of me and my mom at the wedding, and that was like right when it was about to be done. So we're like, you know, makeup artist gone, we're sweating and whatever. But that's really about it. I didn't really have no time to really like capture any moments with, you know, my mom and I. It kind of sucks because like I really want to take pictures with her. I didn't even get the chance to take any pictures with my mother-in-law either. So it's like, y'all already pissed me off. So now it's time to, you know, get to the church, whatever. Got in line. One of my husband's boys were missing. So like one guy had to walk with 2 girls. So it's whatever. He had a good old time with it. Shoot, he enjoyed it. He liked it. He felt like the ladies' man. So it's whatever. So now, fast forward, got to the reception. We got in. So like towards the end of the wedding, like my god sister always wanted to make sure that I'm good. So she's always checking on me. You good? You good? You good? And you know, I wasn't really speaking to anyone on the bridal party because I had to like entertain my guests. So I don't know what went around, but somebody said, oh yeah, Erin got an issue with Elle. So now Elle thought that I had a problem with her because I wasn't speaking to her, but it's not that I wasn't speaking to her because I didn't want to, but it's just like, I'm busy now. I'm like, I have guests, I have family I haven't seen in a while, you know, I'm speaking to them, whatever. And then on top of that, when we have to go in the limo, like some girls, well, because the little kids came into my limo, it kind of like took away the space for 2 people. So when it was like, oh, you know, who's going to come in Erin's limo? We had to get 2 of the girls in my limo, or the other 2 just got to stay in the guy's limo. And Emma, obviously, y'all can stay over there. I don't want to be around y'all. But Elle ended up being there too, in the other guy's limo. And she felt like I had a problem with her because I didn't want her in my limo, and that wasn't the case. You know, it just wasn't any space to be in that limo with me. So I guess she believed the whole time that, you know, I'm upset with her and whatever. And, you know, she already knew I had the issue with the other girl. Everybody knew who I had the issue with at this point because I was like already pissed over it. And we just got to talk about this later type of situation. But at the moment, we're not going to talk about it now. So at the end, towards the end of the reception, Ella came up to my god sister talking about, I heard you got an issue with me. I heard Aaron got an issue with me, and we need to take care of this now. During my reception, y'all, she wants to take care of this. Like, you could wait till after. So my god sister was already drinking that night, and that's the last person you approach with BS, especially knowing what happened at the hotel. So she came in. I heard the bride got an issue with me, and basically my cousin was about to fight her at the wedding. I already grabbed the bottle and everything. About to sling her across the face with a bottle. And, you know, somebody had to grab it out of her hand. All I heard was blah, 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 back and forth. I already got my cousins over there talking about, oh, we gonna fight these hoes, blah, 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 whatever. And I'm over here at this point. I was just like, yo, what the heck is going on? So I'm just like, you know what? Y'all gonna have to leave. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to leave. And unfortunately, Elle looking at me like, you're kicking me out of the party? Like, after all I did and blah, blah. You're gonna have to leave, because at this point, you're part of the problem. Like, I didn't say it nicely like that. I was like, nah, y'all need to get the F out of my party. Point blank. Because y'all already causing this trouble as it is. And then the fact that you associated yourself with M&M, like, it just caused a big issue. And you're just gonna have to leave. So, you know, they ended up leaving because I'm afraid that they were gonna get jumped by my cousins. And I didn't need that happening. Especially, you know, I like Elle. She's a cool person, like I said earlier. But she was part of the problem at the moment, and she just had to leave. But, you know, M&M just grabbed their stuff and they left. Of course, they don't give a damn, because them two, I realized them two are a bunch of selfish assholes. And I don't care if I never speak to them again, which is exactly what happened. Because the day after the wedding, before my flight to Hawaii, I called Elle and I spoke to her. And I basically told her why she had to leave and how I feel about the whole situation, about what happened, and how, because of the fact that you started associating yourself with these individuals, why, you know, I felt like you had to go. And I didn't like the fact that, you know, the moment you started hanging out with them, like, you started acting like them, you know. But she didn't see it. I hope she understood it the same day that I told her. You know, she apologized. I accepted her apology. I apologized to her also. That's about it. And that was the last conversation I had with her in 2018 before my flight to Hawaii. The other two, M&M, I ain't never heard from them. They know they dead ass wrong for what they did, and I ain't never heard from them, and good for them. They can stay wherever the hell they at, because I don't care. Like, those two, I ain't never meet a bunch of group of selfish ass people before in my life. And they can stay exactly where they at. I don't miss them. We had some fun times when we worked at the ambulance company, but that was it. Like, I seen your true character. I see who you are, and y'all can stay there and keep whatever y'all got going on to yourself. So, yeah, you know, the only person I do wish I was still friends with is Elle, because she is a good person. Like, we still follow each other on social media. We don't comment on each other's stuff. Like, we see each other's stuff, but we don't comment on it. But she is a good person. I am very proud of her. The fact that she is, you know, excelling in life, and, you know, single mom, she's doing great. And I love the fact that she bought a house. She's taking care of her kids. She's homeschooling her kids. And I love the fact that she's still going to school. She's in school, and I'm, like, super proud of her, whatever she got going on. But it's like, you know, there's just some friendships that you just, if this is how it's going to be, that's how it is. I'm not going to go looking for it. You know, if it wasn't God's plan for us to rekindle and be friends later on in life, you know, it's going to happen. But if not, it is what it is. You know, I'll praise you from afar, and I'll leave it like that. So, yeah, you know, I don't understand. Like, I always try to, like, be the peacemaker, and, you know, I try to, like, encourage females, especially Black females. I always try to encourage you. I'm like one of those that I don't hate on my friends. Like, if you're doing good, girl, I'm happy about you. Even if I don't get a piece or a piece of that cake, girl, I'm happy you're eating your cake. You get fat, you get big. Like, I enjoy your cake, you know? Like, I will cheer from you from afar. But, like, I don't feel like I always get that in return. That's why it's like, I feel like it's kind of hard for me to, you know, be friends with people, because, like, they're not always 100% there for you, unfortunately. And, you know, I'm literally, like, one of those people that just hang around with my cousins. Like, I used to think that people like that are weird. Like, why all your friends are your cousins? Like, why don't you have, like, other friends? Like, I see why. And, you know, it's my cousins, my sister-in-law, you know, my sister, like, and then, you know, I do have, like, my friends that I've known for a while that I'm still talking to. And it's like, all of my friends are older than me. Like, if I have a friend that's younger than me, it's probably like 2 of them. But everybody else is, like, much older than me. Like, when I say older, like 10 years older than me. And these are the people I can vibe with, you know, but it is what it is. You know, I'm grateful for the friends that I have now. I'm grateful that I'm still talking to other bridesmaids, you know, because some weddings, like people can have 10 bridesmaids and only talk to 2. You know, I'm grateful to have had 10 and I still talk to 7. So, you know, that's my little story time, y'all. Like, I just don't have good luck. Like, I don't know. You know, I would be trying to see the good in people, but it is what it is. So, thank you for enjoying my little story time, y'all. Don't forget to tune in. I have another haul coming. So, watch out for that video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.